Maybe there'll be twigs coming out. And this is made from chair webbing. The most famous person who grew up here as a little boy was Vin Diesel. I can't wait to embellish it. And part of a fender off a bike or something, which becomes the neck part. My earrings are wheels that somebody threw away a computer table.
Quanto costa questo tipo di accessori?
Well, the hats can be anywhere from...
Negli scorsi episodi abbiamo visto che cercare nella spazzatura di New York può essere una vera caccia al tesoro.
Qui c'è addirittura un monopattino elettrico.
Questi sono $5.000 che ha trovato nell'immondizia.
I found an item worth a lot of money one time, over 30,000.
Ma c'è una persona che è diventata famosa a livello mondiale trasformando rifiuti in accessori da centinaia di dollari. Pensate che una sua opera è stata esposta perfino al Metropolitan Museum, uno dei musei più importanti al mondo. Ho avuto l'onore di conoscerla, entrare nella sua mente creativa e scoprire come trasforma la spazzatura in arte da museo. Buongiorno ragazzi, sto andando a West Village per incontrare Debra, un'artista davvero incredibile. Sinceramente ho un po' d'ansia. Sarà per il fatto che non parlo bene inglese.
Second floor, going up.
Hi, nice to meet you, Anita.
Hi.
I love your style. So beautiful, really.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Come on in. I'm gonna make coffee for you.
Permesso. Wow. Oh, che casa bellissima.
It's an unusual building because it was a factory and it was built about 100 years ago. And 50 years ago, it became housing for artists, musicians, poets, writers, painters.
Here all
Only
people is...
artists.
Wow. Pensate che tra le persone più famose che hanno vissuto qui c'è la fotografa Diane Arbus, il pittore Robert De Niro Sr., ovvero il papà dell'attore, e
The most famous person who grew up here as a little boy was Vin Diesel when he was little. But his parents still live here. They could live anywhere in the world and they still live here.
cioè i parenti di Vin Diesel vivono qui.
Yeah.
Da fan sfegatato di Fast and Furious, sentire questo è stato letteralmente assurdo. Debra è stata incredibilmente accogliente, mi ha preparato un buon caffè e mi ha mostrato le foto del suo matrimonio, celebrato a 78 anni.
A year and a half ago, we finally got married. And he wore this tie. Flea market, $5. And my father was in the aluminum business, so this represented my father at the wedding. Looks like my dress because it looks like stripes, so it looks similar to my dress.
Wow. Can I try this?
Yeah,
It's not for
Yeah.
a hoodie.
yeah. Yeah, that's good. Here.
Sto indossando una cravatta fatta con oggetti riciclati, bellissimo. Bellissimo.
Isn't it?
In Italian say bellissimo.
Bellissimo. Yeah,
You know what it is?
bellissimo. Un poquito. I mean, that's Spanish.
È Spanish. Wow, incredibile.
My name is Deborah Rappaport. I was born in New York, July the 6th, 1945. So I'll be 80 years old in a few months. I'm an artist who works in sustainable found materials. I've been doing it for about 60 years. And it just intrigues me when I find something that needs to be reused. I establish a relationship with it, and then some energy happens where then I discover what I am to do with it. I'm experimenting with working with a hat made from a plastic container, and it will get painted and embellished. And then I might add some things like these colored lids, like from the egg carton. I might add some beautiful twigs from nature, but I'm not sure yet. Right now, I just have the form, and then I have to either build, maybe there'll be more structure, maybe there'll be twigs coming out, so that'll be part of the form, and then the embellishment. Well, this is one that I just love. Was made from a tin that Candy And then I embellished it with Nespresso pods and lids from a container and more steel wool, which I love, and part of a fender off a bike or something, which becomes the neck part.
E cosa ti ha ispirato a creare arte con oggetti di riciclo?
Well, when I was in graduate school 60 years ago, I needed materials to make large pieces. And I wasn't working, so I didn't have a major income, so I couldn't buy expensive materials. So I started using rope and plastic containers, and I went to the television station and I got old-fashioned videotape, and I started to crochet with the videotape, and that just inspired me because I could see that transformation of materials into something beautiful, exceptional, interesting, unique was my calling. This is a piece that a friend just found and gave it to me, and I can't wait to embellish it and turn that into some kind of a wonderful necklace, or maybe it'll even become a hat or a hat ornament. I'm not sure, but I love it.
Wow, tutto questo è letteralmente incredibile! Ma prima di provare alcuni di questi abiti e scoprire quanto costano, voglio sapere cosa indossa oggi.
My necklace is made from plastic lids from containers wrapped in brown paper. And this necklace is simple finger knitting, which is made on the 5 fingers, made from a kind of ribbon. And my earrings are wheels that somebody threw away a computer table, and the wheels were lying in the street. So I picked them up and embellished them and put backings on them. The bracelets are made like my hat. The hat, I started making these about 12 years ago. I found this paper towel that felt very much like cloth. And so I started to twist it and fold it and decided I could create hats out of it. And this bracelet is made from cardboard and then embellished with paper and tape and a button and a piece of an egg crate. This was my mother's from Mexico. This I got at a sale, and it's bone. And I think that's it.
Che dite, outfit approvato? Scrivetelo nei commenti. Ma a me come staranno? Adesso proverò degli accessori.
I can put this on you.
Vediamo come mi sta.
It's meant to be worn around the waist, but I usually wear it like a collar because that's the way I like it. So we put this on him for an embellishment. It even works on a sweatshirt, right? Looks good on you. You feel like a prince?
Yeah, I feel like a prince.
A prince.
Thank
See?
you.
Zippers and candles. But when I shipped it to the exhibition, it was in storage, and the storage was hot. So look at the candles. They all melted and got curly.
Adesso proverò un cappello, però la testa è troppo grande e questo qua non mi entrava. Mi sta scegliendo un altro. Match with my hoodie.
With your hoodie. I can make this one fit. Cute with the bangs.
Now I am a prince. A king.
Yeah, a king and a prince. Okay, so at least we have the blue, and this is made from chair webbing.
E quanto costa questo tipo di accessori?
Well, the hats can be anywhere from $250 to $450. Large neck pieces like that can be close to $1,000. It's a major piece. Some of these other neck pieces can be $300. The earrings can be $150.
What is your typical client?
My typical client is mostly a gallery or a museum.
Okay.
The average person, because I don't sell in stores, has a hard time finding me. They see me on the street, I give them my card, and I say, if you're interested, come visit me here. So that happens sometimes. The people who are interested are other people who love to really dress up and wear color and love jewelry and love hats. So it's not your average person, it's a person who's brave enough to want to stand out and express themselves.
Non vi nego che la stimo veramente molto, emana un'energia davvero incredibile.
Like I have more friends your age than my age.
You look so young.
Well, because I don't have children, so I don't have worries. I just have my creative life, and that keeps me going.
This is the secret.
Yeah, that's one of the secrets. I think, from my point of view, being a creative person, it's difficult to make a living.
Yeah.
And so I knew that I would have to take care of myself, and I could only afford to take care of myself doing whatever I do creatively or other businesses that I created. So I didn't want children. I knew being a parent is the most difficult job there is.
Yeah.
Because it's 24/7, it's nonstop, forever. You're always a mother, even if your child is 50 years old, you're still a mother. So, and I had a wonderful mother and a wonderful father, but I didn't want that responsibility.
E si è concentrata così tanto verso la sua arte che ha creato accessori con oggetti praticamente di ogni tipo, perfino del pane.
And that was just made out of twigs and bread sculpture, just flour and water and salt. And I made beads and I baked them in the oven and constructed. That's now in a museum in Germany.
Pazzesco! E mi ha portato anche nel laboratorio dove tiene la maggior parte delle sue opere.
Qual è l'opera più famosa che ha creato?
I had some pieces at the Metropolitan Museum here in New York, and it disintegrated. It was made from rubber from, again, World War II, and I donated it to the Metropolitan Museum, and it started to just fall apart and disintegrate. And I think they threw it away or they put it somewhere, I don't know. But nothing is forever.
Questa donna è riuscita a portare la propria arte nei musei. Per me non è solo creativa, è rivoluzionaria. Avere avuto un'opera al Metropolitan Museum è qualcosa di incredibile. Penso che sia il sogno di tantissimi artisti. Stiamo parlando di uno dei musei più importanti al mondo. E sì, è proprio quello dove si trova il king degli hot dog.
This is a piece that's not famous, but I just love it. It was made from a World War II weather balloon, and I made it in 1970, and it's getting weak and ripping a little bit, but it has such a beautiful patina. It really shows its age, and there's beauty in aging. This is also made from toilet paper rolls, also made from the paper towels. So it's all shredded newspaper, and then eggplant, little eggplants. So this is a good 35 years ago.
How can is perfect?
Well, nothing happens to the paper. The paper is resilient. The paper is painted, so it's very strong, and it's not disintegrating. Some of the eggplants broke because they're natural, and so be it.
Ma ovviamente, come ogni persona che fa qualcosa, e ancora di più se è poco convenzionale, deve affrontare delle critiche. Lei come le gestisce?
Well, most of the time people have a smile on their face and they say, "Oh, what are you wearing? I love it. I won't wear it, but it's beautiful." And then they want to know what it's made from, and I tell them the materials, and I tell them I made it, and it starts a conversation. So for me, it's very positive because it starts a friendship and a communication. The other day I was on the bus. I made 3 new friends. An older man with a young boy, a young woman, and then a slightly older woman. And the conversations all ended up that we all got to know each other and we exchanged business cards. And so it's all about friendship. If it starts a conversation, that's what's important. Sometimes if I'm in another place like Florida, people say, "Oh, why are you dressed that way? Are you in the circus or are you in the theater?" Because it doesn't look normal to them. They're in shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm in a dress with embellishments and a hat, so they wonder, why am I dressed this way? And I say, that's just what I do every morning. It makes me feel good. That's all that matters.
E se potessi insegnare una cosa alle persone con la tua arte, quale sarebbe?
One of the most important things is let's be kind to planet Earth, whatever that takes. Let's eat good food. Let's keep the soil healthy. Let's not put plastic and polyester in the landfill. Just be more conscious and aware. Be kind. Be kind to Mother Earth. So touching, because there's so much out there that needs to go back to being normal and healthy. We're just going downhill and getting sad. It makes me very sad. But I have to stay positive because there are people like you who are out there. You know, you're 20 years old and look what you're doing. It's so important. So that gives me hope. That's why young people, at least, I don't have children, but it gives me hope that there are young people like you out there doing positive things and being, look at that smile. That's enough to change the world. Really.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ho conosciuto una persona davvero speciale, con una vitalità ed un'energia fuori dal comune. Stimo veramente molto quello che fa e la ringrazio per avermi aperto le porte di casa sua e della sua creatività. Come ringrazio voi per aver seguito questa serie fino alla fine. Se vi è piaciuta e volete supportare il mio lavoro, vi chiedo di lasciare un like ed iscrivervi. Credetemi, fa davvero la differenza. E se conoscete realtà o persone che vorreste vedere in un prossimo video, non esitate a scrivermelo su Instagram, Aniello De Vivo 9. Leggo tutto.